the right age to be in a marital relationship. A marital relationship is that relationship that ends in marriage. So, what is the right age to be in that kind of relationship? To start with, I want us to remember the fact that the first institution on earth is the marriage institution, and institution tends to follow the same procedure of assimilation. How do I mean? For example, in Nigeria, here, my country, for you to be admitted into the academic institution, I'm talking about the higher institution now, you must be at least 17 years old. Now, once you're 17 years old, you must have also written some pertinent academic examinations that shows that you are qualified to be admitted into the institution. Now, if you have these two basic requirements coupled with some other examinations you have to write, then there's every tendency that you'll be admitted into the academic institution. On the other hand, there are quite a lot of people out there on the street who also desires to be admitted into the academic institutions, but they cannot be admitted because they don't have the academic qualifications. So the academic institution does not say because you are 45 years we have to admit you, even when you don't have the academic qualifications. And they don't also say, we know you have the academic qualification, but because you are 19, no, we have to wait till you are 40 before we admit you. No, it is someone that has the academic qualification and the right age that is admitted. So how does this relate to being in a marital relationship or the marriage institution? This is the way it relates. You see, most of the time, the society thinks that because a man is 40 years, because a lady is now 35 years, he or she should be in the marriage institution, as in he or she should be married, even without having the necessary marital qualifications. What are the necessary marital qualifications you need to have for you to be admitted into the institution of marriage? You need to be spiritually matured, you need to be financially matured, you need to be physically matured, you need to be emotionally matured, and you need to be intellectually matured, to say the least. So if at the age of 20 you have all these prerequisites, then you are qualified to be in a marital relationship. If at the age of 23 you have this prerequisite, then you are qualified to be in a marital relationship, because there are 4 stages of life. We have the morning stage, or the morning season, the afternoon season, the evening season, and the night season. The morning season is age 1 to age 25. The afternoon season is age 26 to age 50. And all things being equal, by the end of your morning season and the beginning of your afternoon season, you should be married. All things being equal, based on God's plan. So, but what am I trying to say here? So there are people who have attained all these basic marital requirements even as early as the age of 22, 23, 24, 25. So these people are qualified to be in a marital relationship. But if there is someone, just because he's 40 years, he's 35 years, he's not financially stable, cannot fend for himself financially, he's not spiritually matured, such person should not be in a marital relationship. On the other hand, for my teenagers, my singles out there, you are still in secondary school, or you are just newly admitted into the university, you are still being fended for by your parents, you are still being most of the things you need are provided by your parents, then what are you doing in a relationship with the opposite sex? Are you telling me you are going to get married in the next 3 years, the next 4 years? You yourself know you still have a long way to go. What you are doing is you are killing the the time you should have for productivity in life. These are the time you need to use to attain all these marital requirements, but you are consuming them because relationship demands a lot of things. It demands time, it demands money, it demands your reasoning, it demands your mind, and you also need these things, to attain the marital requirement you need, because every stage of life is a preparation for the next one. So if you are a teenager and you have not attained all these things, all these requirements I have itemized, then you have what you're doing in a relationship. If you are very sure, and the people in and around your life can attest to the fact that you have this qualification, you already have your degree at age 18, you have learned a skill, or you have a job that can give you a stable income at age 22, or you are spiritually mature, people know that no, this is a child of God, you are financially matured, emotionally matured, intellectually matured, then you are qualified to be in a marital relationship. Let me substantiate what I've said from the scriptures and historically. It is recorded in the Jewish history that Joseph, the foster father of Jesus, and Mary, the mother of Jesus, were teenagers when they had Jesus as a baby. It was said that Joseph was 18 years and Mary was 16 years. Now, if it is wrong to be in a marital relationship at such a tender age as a teenager, God wouldn't have entrusted them with the baby Jesus at such tender age. For God to have allowed them to have the Lord Jesus at such time, it means that it is possible to be young and be in a marital relationship that ends in marriage if one has the basic prerequisite. On the other hand, we also have the story of David. David was just a young shepherd boy. He was a teenager when he confronted Goliath. Meanwhile, the whole Israel army couldn't confront Goliath, including Saul, the tallest man in Israel. David came around to the city and saw what was happening. The society, you heard what Saul said. Saul said, "You are just a young boy, don't kill yourself." But David was physically young but was mentally matured, and that is the most important thing. He was spiritually matured. He knew the God he served. But this was what those who were physically matured don't have. And of course he knew. Saul promised that anyone who brought down Goliath would be given his daughter in marriage, and that was what happened. Immediately David killed Goliath. He was given Micah, Saul's daughter, as a teenager. These are biblical facts that shows that once you have the basic requirement, you can get into marital relationship as early as possible. Let me come to our contemporary history. Jonathan Edwards got married at the age of 17. He was one of God's generals after he finished his university program in the University of Yale. Also, John Gillick got married at the age of 23, a man of healing. Kenneth E. Hagin, if you are a true believer, you should know about Kenneth E. Hagin. He got married at the age of 19. Papayi Adebu got married at the age of 25. Ray Kwame got married at the age of 25. Late Dr. Miles Moran got married at the age of 25. Also, in recent contemporary times, we have Pastor Jerry Eze, the man who believes that, of course, what God cannot do does not exist. He got married at the age of 24. Pastor Emmanuel Iren got married at the age of 24. And his wife was 23 when they got married. So these are proofs that as long as you have the marital requirement, you can be in a marital relationship as early as possible. But listen to this truth as a random. If you are a teenager, you are still under the watch of your parents, you are still schooling, you have nothing to depend on financially, you are not emotionally mature, people know any small thing you are crying, spiritually you are a baby, and you are consuming your time in a relationship with the opposite sex. You are not doing well for yourself. You need to get out of that relationship as fast as possible and work on attaining the marital prerequisite you need, because every stage of life is meant to prepare you for the next one. So what is the right age to be in a marital relationship? It is that age you are married, you are spiritually matured, mentally matured, emotionally matured, intellectually matured, financially matured. So if that age is age 20, you are qualified to be in a marital relationship. If it is age 30, you are qualified. If it is age 65, that is when you should come into a marital relationship. God bless you all. Do share these videos with others. I love you. Bye for now.